Okay, so what is Judaism? Judaism is one of the world's oldest faiths. It can also be called an ethno-religion, a combination of shared ethnicity, beliefs, and traditions that have evolved over thousands of years. Simply put, Judaism is the religion of the Jewish people, and it's also one-of-a-kind identity. Judaism began around 4,000 years ago in the land of Israel, where is now the state of Israel. At its core, Judaism is the belief in one God, a revolutionary idea at the time. In an era when people worshiped multiple gods, Judaism introduced a radical concept: monotheism. Believe in a single, all-powerful God, the concept of being one. According to the Hebrew Bible, known as the Torah, this belief started with Abraham, who made a covenant, a sacred agreement with this one God. The covenant set the foundation for Judaism and religions that came after it, like Christianity and Islam. Abraham's descendants lived in the land of Israel. They then moved to Egypt, where they were enslaved. Moses led them out of Egypt. They wandered in the desert for 40 years, received the Torah at Mount Sinai, and then eventually returned to the land of Israel once again. Judaism is an indigenous faith, meaning it is deeply tied to where it originated. Jews are from Judea, the land of Israel, where they lived and built a vibrant society for centuries. This connection is incorporated in many aspects of Jewish life. The first and second temple in Jerusalem, which dates back to the 10th century BC and the 1st century AD, were the center of Jewish worship. And even today, synagogues around the world are designed so that they face Jerusalem during the prayer. The Jewish calendar and the holidays like Passover and Sukkot are based on stories connected to that land and its seasons, while daily prayers reflect a yearning for Jerusalem. This bond to the land isn't just historical. It's inseparable from Jewish identity. In 70 AD, the Romans expelled the Jews from their homes, beginning an era of Jewish diaspora around the world. Throughout the next 2,000 years, Jewish communities took on their own unique customs and flavors. There are Ashkenazi Jews in Europe, Sephardi Jews in Spain and North Africa, and Mizrahi Jews in the Middle East. In Ethiopia, there's a Jewish community, and in India, there's another. Each of these communities has evolved to incorporate its own traditions, foods, dialects, yet they all share a common Jewish identity. This diversity shows us that being Jewish isn't limited to one way of life, one ethnicity, or one look even. It's a rich global tapestry. Jewish traditions are practiced in many different ways. Some Jews observe kosher dietary laws, pray daily, or wear religious garments, while others may not. Despite the diversity of Jewish life and practices, a shared identity and heritage connects Jewish people across generations and borders. This connection created an extraordinary resiliency and has enabled Jewish communities to preserve and pass down their traditions for thousands of years. One of my favorite Jewish traditions is Shabbat, which is celebrated from Friday evening to Saturday evening. It's a time for rest, reflection, food, gathering with loved ones, and maybe even putting down your phone and devices away for one day. I might actually try it at some point. On holidays, Jewish families around the world retell stories from our past, such as the Passover Seder, which commemorates the liberation from slavery in Egypt. It is the origin story of the Jewish nation. And of course, another favorite is Hanukkah, which isn't just about presents. It celebrates the Maccabees' victory over a foreign empire and the revival of the Holy Temple in Jerusalem, symbolizing the fight for religious freedom and Jewish survival. During these holidays, Jews eat traditional food, sing songs, and pray in Hebrew, connecting communities from all corners of the world. Judaism isn't just about what you believe in. It's about how you act. What do you do? The values it teaches us guide how people live and interact with one another. Many of these principles originated from the Ten Commandments, but they extend far beyond. At its core, Judaism is about making the world a better place through actions and accountability to yourself, to the divine, however you define it, and to your community. It emphasizes respect for parents, care for animals, and compassion for strangers. Judaism encourages mindfulness in daily life, from being present with the food that you eat to expressing gratitude every morning when you wake up with the Modeh Ani prayer. And perhaps most importantly, Judaism obsesses over education and encourages open and thoughtful debate, like literally about everything. In fact, the Talmud, the book which shaped Jewish practices over the millennia, is basically a collection of Jews arguing over the meaning of the Torah. or like ours. All these components are what makes us Jewish. They shape our identity, and yet these very beliefs, rituals, and customs have also made us targets. Throughout history, from ancient exiles to the horrors of the Holocaust, the Jewish people have faced persecution and attempts to erase our existence. But through it all, we've endured. We've held on to these values and practices, passing them down from generation to generation. This resiliency, this ability to survive and thrive despite unimaginable challenges, is central to what it means to be Jewish. We often say that Jewish holidays can really be summed up as they try to kill us, we survive, let's eat. By the way, have you ever wondered just how many Jews there are in the world? The number might surprise you. Any thought? Okay, so there are over 8 billion people in the world, but less than 16 million Jews. Only about 0.2% of the world population. That's pretty small. So, what is Judaism? It's an identity, deeply rooted in a shared origin story from the land of Israel, enriched by ancient traditions and carried forward as a living, evolving practice. It's also a pretty cool way of life.